All right, hey guys, welcome to tonight's team call. It is September 3rd. And tonight we're going to be talking about creating a business schedule. This is something I find that helps me really stay on track. And also, like, when I actually have to start doing this, and I kind of got away from it a little bit and just started doing my own thing, but it's really helpful to kind of have a schedule to go off of, and I'll kind of share mine and show you guys what I'm talking about. But first things first, I wanted to ask you guys a question. And it's a would you rather question because I just think they're so funny. But this one's not really that funny. But would you rather have free Wi-Fi wherever you go or have free coffee wherever and whenever you want? And for me, it's definitely Wi-Fi because I never drink coffee. But I know that's probably not the case for all people. So Jenny, you're next on the...
I'd say Wi-Fi because I have problems with coffee. I love it too much, and I know that if I had free coffee, I'd probably overdose. I'd be like a squirrel, bouncing off the walls and have a heart attack or something.
That's amazing. What about you, John Marie? We can't hear you.
If it's free banana coffee, yeah.
Oh, coffee?
Yeah. But it has to be this the one
okay.
It has to be.
What about you, Cynthia?
It would totally be coffee because I have unlimited data on my phone, so coffee.
I didn't even think of that. That's true. How about you, Rebecca?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. How about you, Courtney?
Definitely Wi-Fi. Not a huge coffee fan, so.
Wow, that's so crazy. I thought I was going to be the only one that said Wi-Fi. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, so I'm just going to mute y'all real quick just so we don't get any background noise. And of course, as always, if you guys have any questions or need to stop at any point, just unmute yourselves or type in the chat box. Let's see. Manage participants, mute all. Okay. So I know it's the 3rd, but Jenny is already on the board with 2 points. She actually just signed a discount coach or a preferred customer. So congratulations. That's awesome, starting off the month super strong. And I know it's the beginning of the month, so there's no one's on the board yet, but that's because it's only the 3rd. So announcements, and these are mark your calendars. And of course I gave you guys the team calendar. I made it this weekend. So the free group starts today. At least my free group does. I know some of you are running your own, and that's totally fine, but mine starts today. And if you are running it with me, you're already in there, and you're either helping me run it or you're just participating with me and with all the other challenges just to see how it's run. So that starts today. It's going for a week long, so it'll end on Sunday. And then the new book club starts on the 10th, which is next Monday. And from popular vote, we're going to be reading The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. So, and I haven't read this book yet. I know some of you might have, but I've heard amazing things about it. And you can get it on Amazon. It's $13, I think, or $14 I just got it for. And I put the link to it in the team page. Or I think you can get it on Audible too. So if you'd rather listen to it or if you want to read it, that's where we're going to be starting on next Monday. And it's just going to be a Facebook group. And it's kind of just going to hold us all accountable for personal development. Because I know when I get really busy, personal development's the first thing I'd knock off my list. But that's not what I should do because that's the most important thing to do when you're really busy. So that really helps me, and I hope it helps a lot of you. And it's just fun reading a book all together because we, can talk about it and everything like that. And then my challenge group, the next challenge group starts on September 17th which is 2 weeks from now. Also, guys, I know it's pumpkin season, and PSL Vegan Shakeology launches the 17th of this month, which I know a lot of people are super, super stoked about. I'm totally going to get myself a pack. I'm not much of a PSL gal, but I'm super curious to see what this tastes like and what the craze is about. And I'm so excited that it made it vegan too, which is awesome. And then there's the Coach Sneak Peek, which is going to be running from the 18th to the 20th. And that's just a really fun event that we run, and we just completely revamped it. It's so much better now. I am so excited with with everything that we changed, and we just made a little booklet. and we're doing everything is a lot more condensed as opposed to kind of just and like less posts, so people are getting the information that they need like very simply and quick. So it's really good for people that work full time and like are checking out the group. So if you have anyone that's really interested in coaching and wants to learn more, I'd recommend inviting them to the sneak peek if they're kind of like on the fence. But of course, if they want to get started, get them started. And then team calls are every Monday at 9 p.m. as you guys know, but of course, because you're all on here. And then team confidence calls, which is my upline, Alexis, her team calls are every Tuesday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern time. And I talked about this last team call. I'm going to be implementing mastermind calls. And what these are just once a week, we're just going to be hopping on and we're just going to discuss like what's working for us and what's not. And it's just like all of us to like just brain dump and just like do a mastermind call and think of new ideas and how we could better help our clients and coaches. And it's just going to be a fun way it's not going to be me speaking. It's going to be like all of you guys speaking. Like, of course I'll be there like chatting with you, but it's just going to be pretty much just like a fun powwow of us all getting together and just sharing ideas, because you guys have so many great ideas and I feel like I could just learn so much from you. So it's going to be a really, really great way for us all to learn from each other and just kind of move our businesses forward. So those are going to be every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I hope you guys can all make it because you'll really gain a lot from it. And you'll get to know the team better. It's always fun to just like hang out with the team. And I don't want to hear myself talk any more than I already do. So I'd much rather listen to you guys talk. A little more. So I know I posted this in the team page, but just to go through it again, this is the final month that all the Lift 4 challenge packs are on sale. And if you want to know more about that, you can go to FAQ 7500. And again, Pumpkin Spice Vegan Shakeology is available September 17th in the US and October 11th in Canada. You can go to FAQ 1031, which is Halloween. I thought that was really cute. They did that. And then each box contains, so this isn't like regular Shakeology. It's not going to come in like a 30 sample box or a 24 sample box. It's 14 single serve packets. So it's going to come in little packets, and there's a limit to 5 boxes per order and up to 20 boxes per account. So there is a limited amount. You can't just it's only being sold, I'm pretty sure, for, I don't know how long it's going to be on sale. I'm pretty sure it's just on sale until they run out. Like, they made a limited amount of the PSL Vegan Shakeology, and like you can only buy it while it's on sale. So you're pretty much like, I feel like everyone's going to buy it on the 17th. And then there's also $10 off the Mess Day Moss Challenge Pack, so you can go to FAQ 5222 to learn more about that. There's a 2B Mindset certification course. You can register now and save up to $100. So 2B Mindset is pretty much like if you've got Insanity Live certified or another program Live certified. 2B Mindset is the newest nutrition program, so you can kind of get certified in that, which makes you more knowledgeable to your clients, and you can help them better, and you can get registered for that and save $100. And then you can go to FAQ 1081 to learn more about that. And there's also a Team Beachbody apparel sale. You can get 25% off anything that's full price, which is really awesome. And it's like a really good time too, because the holidays, I know it's in September, but the holidays are coming up. So if you want to get anyone like anything really cute and you want to get a discount on it, 25% off. And also, if you guys haven't registered for Summit yet, you totally should. It's going to be so awesome. Last year was freaking amazing, and I cannot wait to go this year and like hang out with all you guys. We're going to be getting a house, and we're all going to be staying together, and it's just going to be so much fun. Okay, so creating daily business hours. So this is, like I said, again, something that I haven't been as consistent with because I haven't had like a super structured, I guess, schedule recently, just because I do work only 2 days a week in the office and the other days I work from home. But if you are, working full-time, working part-time, whatever you're doing, I'm sure you have other obligations that do not involve Beachbody. So what I'm going to do today is kind of show you how I set up my Google Calendar, and we're going to kind of go through on like how to schedule out your days and make sure you're having time for you, because that is so important each day. And like, even if you have a super busy schedule, I believe in balance. And I've been that person that's burned the candle at both ends, and it's completely led me to depression and anxiety. And I never want to go back there. So I find this topic, like, I'm really passionate about it because I feel like once you get to the point where you can balance your time and you can give yourself time for you, it like turns the whole game around. So I'm going to share, this is my Google Calendar. I'm just going to show you one day. I set up one day for you guys so you can kind of see how I organize things. And this is a really full day just because like my job and my commute definitely takes a long time. So, okay, cool. So I wake up around 6, and I know some of you may wake up earlier than I do, but I wake up around 6, and from 6 to 6:30, I'm working on personal development. So the first thing I do is fill my mind with positive things as soon as I wake up. And it's super, I tell people this too, and this actually really helps too for me, is if your phone always goes off whenever you get a new notification or anything. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, turn all your notifications off on your phone. You do not need to worry about those until you're ready to worry about them. Like, honestly, I only have text messages turned on and phone calls. I don't get any messages, notifications for Facebook, any like Instagram notifications. I don't get anything. When it's the right time for me to go check it, I'll go check it, but I'm not going to have those distracting you throughout the day. And I promise you, it clears your headspace so much more because you're not always like, oh my God, I got to answer this person. Believe me, they can wait. They don't need you to respond to them like every 2 seconds. So personal development 6 to 6:30. And then from 7:30 to 8:30, from 6:30 to 7:30, I work on my Google Streak. So my follow-ups, anyone that's come through the pipeline that day. And if you don't have Google Streak, you can look up a YouTube video on what it is. And I've also done team calls on it. It explains it's pretty much just like a program that you have a plugin for your Gmail, and it helps you organize your contacts and tells you who to follow up with when. So from 6:30 to 7:30, I'm following up with everyone that comes up on Google Streak. LOL. Did someone just draw on that? That's hilarious. I didn't even know you could do that. And then from 7:30 to 8, I prep my food for the day. So this is like a day where I'd be going into the office. So I want to show you guys this because I know you guys are all working. So this is like a work calendar, I guess you would say. And then from 8 to 9 every single day I work out, and you guys know that because I have the Zoom call. And it usually doesn't take me until 9. So like after my workout, I'll pretty much just shut, because the workouts are like 30 to 40 minutes long. So then after that, all I do is I just shower, put on clothes, and like head out the door. My commute is from 9 to 10, and I usually listen to personal development on the way, or sometimes I watch Netflix. I listen to Netflix because my commute is so long and boring. And then from 10 to 12, I'm working at my job. I work at AECOM as an environmental consultant. And then, so I don't touch anything Beachbody related when I am at my job. I literally put my phone away. I log off everything on my computer because my computer doesn't have any, like, on my work computer, I can get on Facebook. I can get on any website I want on my, like, work computer. It's really weird. You'd think they'd put up, like, I don't know, like blockers so I couldn't get on Facebook, but I can get on there. So from 10 to 12, I only focus on my job and, like, making my boss happy. And then from 12 to 1, I take my lunch break. So this is when I answer all of my Facebook messages, Instagram messages, emails, everything. So anything that's come through within the past like 24 hours, I will answer them from 10 to 1. That's my hour block of time to answer all messages, so I'm not distracted throughout the rest of the day to do so. And of course, like after work, I might like just scroll through and see if there's anything urgent for me to answer. But if not, it's waiting until the next day to be answered. And then from 1 to 6, again, I'm working on my job, not like answering anything or looking at anything from Beachbody or anything like that. I am working on my job. Now, this should be all moved up. I just realized this should all be moved up an hour because my commute is from 6 to 7. So during my commute, this is when I have my coach calls. So if you are working the business and I'm working with you to better, like, to move your business forward, this is when I have my coach calls, because I'm in the car, I'm not doing anything. And this is a perfect time for me to hop on the phone with my coaches and just be like, okay, like, let's talk game plan. Like, let's kind of talk about the business and everything. So this is my time where I kind of check in with my coaches, and we have these scheduled bi-weekly. As you guys know, if you're working the business, I work with you bi-weekly, and we kind of just have those calls. So that I always plan them on my commutes, either to work or from work, because I love talking on the phone while I'm driving because it makes time go by way quicker. So once I get home, I check in with all my groups and team pages. So whether that be the book club, any of my challenge groups, all the team pages, I am checking into all of them from 6 to 7. And usually it doesn't take me an hour, but I have an hour blocked out just to do that. And then from 7 to 8, that's when I have dinner and I spend time with my fiance. We have an hour and we kind of just hang out, catch up. And again, like, I don't touch anything Beachbody. I am just there and present with him, and we have dinner together, and that's our time. And then from 8 to 9, that's when I post my like social media posts. I'll post it on 8 to 9. And then this is when I shoot out my invites. So this I shouldn't say invites, I should say new conversations. So this is when I start new conversations. I kind of like look through Instagram, and I kind of find people that I'm like, oh wow, they'd be like super cool to hang out with. Like, I want to hang out with them. So I will shoot them a message, and we'll start a relationship that way if they respond, of course. If like I feel like most people don't respond or they don't see my message. So this is my time where I post and I send out new messages. And then this is just Monday. From 9 to 10, we have the team call. But if this wasn't Monday, from 9 to 10, this would be my time with Brian, and we usually watch a Netflix show or just something to decompress at the end of the day. Honestly, I kind of want to get into like reading before bed instead of watching a show before bed, because I feel like it's much better for your brain, like not to look at a screen before bed. But I know he really enjoys Netflix shows, so I'll have to talk to him about that. Maybe like every other day we'll do reading and then watch a show. But that's my time with him to like really decompress at the end of the day and just like hang out. So that's my day to day. And of course it looks very different when I'm actually working from home, because then it's just like my whole entire calendar is just filled with Beachbody things. But again, I block out my time, like I chunk out my time for different tasks. So that way you don't have to guess what you're doing. Like you know exactly what you need to do when you sit down. And honestly, when I set like a little alarm. So I like time myself. I'm like, my alarm will go off at like 6:55 telling me that it's almost done with me checking in. So that way I'm like racing against the clock, and it actually makes me more productive when I find that like I have a deadline kind of thing. So if you guys find that you're kind of wishy-washy with your checklists, or you don't really know where to go, I really recommend setting up your Google Calendar and setting alarms for like when like your time blocks are. So that way it really like, I don't know, it just kind of puts like a little pressure on you to get stuff done. And it feels really great once you're done, because you're like, wow, I got everything done I wanted to in that hour that I blocked out for it. So that's what my Google Calendar looks like. It's super easy to use, and you can sync it with your phone. So you can see everything on your phone, and you can update it on both. I personally use Google Calendar, and I know there's other apps for this kind of stuff, but I use Google Calendar because I love that I can control it from both my computer and my phone. So that being said, there's also, that's my daily kind of calendar. And then there's also the monthly calendar. So I always recommend, like if you're not following my monthly plan, that you're making your own, because this is where the game changes. When you have a monthly plan, and I always tell people or new coaches, plan out 3 months in advance. Like I know that sounds like a lot, but once you get like into a rhythm, you just know when like you're running a group, or when a free group is, when there's a coaching sneak peek, like all that stuff. So for this one, I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll zoom in. Oh. I don't know if I can zoom in. All right, cool. No, it's not going to. There we go. Okay, so for September, you guys, I mean, I already went through this like in the team page, but just to reiterate, we have team calls every Monday, so you see that on there. You could see where the groups begin, the free group begins, the free group ends. You can see when the book club starts. You can see when the challenge group starts. You can see when the national wake-up calls are. You can see when Alexis's calls are. You can see when the coaching sneak peek event is. You can see when the mastermind call is. And I always recommend, and like, I really think this is a game changer when you start posting and inviting to your groups, 1 to 2. I would always recommend 2, but I mean, sometimes like things happen, and again, you have to invite a week before. But if you start inviting and posting about an upcoming group 2 weeks before, that gives you a lot of time, or plenty of time, to kind of get people in the door. Because you know how it works. Like you message someone about it, and then it takes them a couple days to respond, takes you a couple days to respond, or whatever it is. So by the time you actually like, they need to get started. And then it also takes like a week for Shakeology to ship. So you have to keep that in mind when you're talking to people, and you want to provide them the best customer service possible. So you really want to start talking to them 2 weeks beforehand to really get them to know them, what they need, and like how you can best help them. That way when they order their challenge pack or whatever it is, and then it gets to them before the group starts, so they actually are on track for when the group starts. So I really recommend posting about a group 2 weeks beforehand and inviting to a group 2 weeks beforehand. And that I would also put that on your calendar too. Like I just know to do it, but like if you're new and you want to write that, I used to write it on my calendar, like invite to free group, invite to challenge group. So that way I knew like that was the day I was shooting out all my invites to everyone on my contact list. So this is my I want to start doing these taking action, at the end of each call. So kind of like plan of action, is to create your business hours on your Google Calendar or whatever calendar app you might have, and to create a monthly business plan. And of course, if you're using mine, that's great, but I would recommend having it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. I used to have one of those big desk calendars, and I would write everything on there, and that really helped me. Now I like to have everything electronic just because I never want to be somewhere, and because I travel a lot, and be like, oh crap, like when does that start again? Like I'm not going to remember what it says on my desk calendar. So I like to have it electronically just so I could access it from anywhere. But if you're more of a pen and paper kind of person, by all means, you can do a desk calendar or whatever works for you. So I really recommend creating a monthly business plan and kind of going from there. And then, all right, so does anyone have any questions? I know I went through that kind of quickly. This is kind of a shorter call, but I wanted to kind of just show you guys like how it all works and how I organize myself, because I know we all live like super busy lives and that Beachbody is not our full-time job. So I wanted to show you kind of how I delegate different times for different things.
That
Anybody?
makes sense to me. I do have a question about, it's a little off topic, but just real quick, the clean week and day 2 tomorrow. I was gonna schedule the posts tonight for tomorrow. Is that okay to do? Since
Yeah, for sure. I schedule my posts out like 2 weeks in advance.
Okay, I wasn't sure, and I'm like, well, that's okay, cool.
No, totally fine. And honestly, like it saves you so much headspace too, because you don't ever have to worry about, like, you just know what's going to be posted.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question.
Danielle, I'm just curious. Are you still hosting the team power hours?
Yeah. So last week or the week before it's pretty crazy because I was traveling, but the team power hours are Friday at 12. And when was the other one? I feel like it's usually Tuesdays. Tuesdays at 11.
Okay, I was just asking because I just didn't notice them on the calendar.
Yeah, I don't put them on the calendar. Like, I don't put the workouts on the calendar because that's like a separate post in the announcements. But it's kind
Gotcha.
of the announcements, you can only see one post, and like you won't see the other one unless you actually click on it, which is kind of annoying. I wish you could pin like a couple posts to the top.
Yeah.
But you can't for some reason. But tomorrow I can, because obviously today's Labor Day, so I have to go into work tomorrow, so I can't do the power hour tomorrow. But on Friday, I'll definitely be there. And that's another thing too. If you guys ever want to join me on the power hours, again, they're Tuesdays at 11 and Fridays at 12. And we just hop on and like, we just do work. There's no like certain tasks that you have to do. We just hop on and keep each other company. And I even do this with my best friend. Like, she's not a coach, but she lives in California and she works from home, and we'll just hop on and just work all day together. And like, we don't really talk that much, but it's just nice to have company. Anyone else have any other questions about anything?
So if I were to host my own power hour, is it okay? Like, if you help me out with the Zoom, because we're only limited for 30 minutes. With the hour, if I schedule it, because I know, like, for me, my power hours is like late at night, because working full time and everything. So I can do like the power hour for anybody who works full time, and then I only can do the power hour late at night.
Yeah, for sure. You can, and I tell you guys, if you ever want to use my Zoom account, because I pay for it, so it lasts for however long I want it to. Because if you don't pay for it and you're hosting a call, it'll kick you off after like 30 minutes, I think. But I pay for my account, so if you guys ever want to use my account for a power hour or a Zoom workout or whatever you want to, you're more than welcome to use my account. So
Cool.
yeah, I'll give you my username and password and you can use it.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I also want to ask you guys too, does Thursday nights at 8:30 work for you? I know I wanted to post a poll about it, but like I can't really do any other time or night, so I was like hoping that it would work for most of you, because I know that's when we used to have our team call and it worked for most.
Yeah, it works fine with me.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
won't work for me because of dance, but I can always hop on. I can always watch the videos.
Like the recordings.
Yes.
Okay.
That's going to be me literally from tomorrow until then a Nutcracker.
Right. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
All team calls, I'm not going to be able to do them.
Right. Yeah, your schedule's about to get real cray.
Yes, it is.
Cool. Well, thanks for hopping on, everyone. I
Well,
know it's Labor Day, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to like. I wanted to make it like a shorter call just because I know it's like a holiday. But thank you. I do appreciate you hopping on and everything. And I still have to shower. I worked out today and haven't showered yet. I'm disgusting. But let's take a pick. Really quick. Gotta raise the brightness. Hold on. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, so cute. All right, I'll tag y'all in it so you can like repost it on your stories or whatever. But thanks again, ladies. I hope you have an awesome night and a great Labor Day.
Thanks, Danielle.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.